Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Box of the Technical Trader at TheTechTrader.com. It's Tuesday, the 23rd of November. These are the charts for the day. Vicious day on Wall Street at the beginning, a very massive rally, only to fill the gap, get to resistance, and back off at the close. For me, it's a bear market rally until I see further evidence that we can follow through. And the future's down a little bit tonight, so we just don't know where we're going. The charts of the day, though, include some stocks, both long and short, that are quite interesting. We wanted to have you take a look at. So let's start off with, I'm going to start off with AGTC. Now, big base, explosive breakout, and that's a beautiful wedge. Watch it in the coming day, maybe tomorrow. If this stock can get above 691, we should see a big pop to trade the 7.5 area. Then we're looking at 8.25 and 9 3/4, 10. But the measured move calls for even more than that, so it could be a powerful move. We'll have to just see. Amarin, beautiful. In this market rally, they immediately responded, took out resistance to close at a new high, 2143 up 164. That's 8.3% on 14.3 million. His volume picks up as well. Looking for a quick run at 25, maybe 27.5. AUDC had a fantastic day. Blew out earnings report, exploded on 1.2 million. It's the biggest volume I've ever seen on this stock ever. There were days when this stock traded 5,000 back in here. So it could be an explosive breakaway day, and I'm looking for a move to 14 on a swing trade. The CORV exploded, popped up to resistance, and backed off. Net though up 81 cents or 26%. 1.5 million, 1.6 million almost. That's the biggest volume since June when it broke out there. So that had a follow through. I'm looking for a follow through here that gets it up to test 5, and then eventually 6.5 3/4. CRY, CryoLife had a beautiful reversal there. I wanted to show how it filled the gap, immediately reversed up, and then an engulfing reversal down. Not a lot of volume because it's thin, but when you see a $1.44 reversal of 4.5%, now we're going to look for, can it get to 33.65? If it does, I'm going to target up around 36 and then 40. Good day for DVAX. Well, Dynavex Technologies, you can see yesterday popped and pulled back, held the moving averages. Today it reversed right back up again, up another $1.19 or almost 10% on 4.2 million. What we're going to watch going forward is yesterday's high, that's 13 3/4, and the high from about 6 weeks ago when it traded up to 14.35. So we get through that zone. This could be explosive. First for a look at about the 16.5 range, and eventually up near 19. Could be a start. We'll keep an eye on it. DWT with oil coming down, this is really starting to ramp. Broke out with a breakaway gap above the 50 today. That's key. And took out this little last rally high, but this is a big one. I think if we get to 7.11, we're probably going to be about 8.25 and then maybe 9 5/8. Not 9 yet, in that range. Pixis. Well, I'm not so sure if this is a play or not, but I wanted to point out that a lot of these marijuana stocks have come down quite a bit. This one looks like it may have come right down a trend line if you connect these lows properly along here. So we may get a bounce. What I look for is a move towards 34.5. Some of the ultra shorts we're going to look at now, the SPXU popped big time and pulled back. But sometimes they do that, they back off near the breakout point, and they come on again. So my target remains 41. And Square, same kind of thing. Big pop and pull back, barely up on a day, but excuse me. I'm looking for a move to the 14.5, 15 zone. You get through that, you got a major breakout. And probably something in the 17, 19 area. The TVIX also got up to resistance and backed off. Should this one get through the 52 zone, we're looking at 58 and 63 as potential targets. UVXY, similar pattern, targeting 70, 69, 70, and then mid-70s. If we get a big hit in the market, these will respond, like it did there. And moving on to the short side. Axogen, which is a swing trader, tech trader swing, I should say, dropped down to 31.60 before bouncing $1.50. So it wasn't down as much as you'd like to see it, net, but I think it might be headed for a move down towards 27. That's my next target. Then 24 3/4. The BBSI continues looking weak. It formed a bear wedge and a bear coil there. It looks like the targets are 56 and 50. Kimura's broke support today, got all the way down to 33.35, but we're bouncing We're still down $1.08 at 3%. My target now is 31 and 28. Copart with auto parts and dealerships have a tough time of it these days. That bear flag got us in. It's now dropped from 52.3 zone down to today's low at 48.75. Not a lot yet, but my target remains about 45.5, all the way down at 39.40. CRISPR, another new low today. This is the lowest level since last January. We break below that level, we might very well see this in the 29, 27, or even 23.5 area. You saw what happened to Clovis. Now this could also happen here. DQ continues lower. That's a swing trade from up here on the short side from the high 30s. It's now in the low 20s. I think headed to the mid-teens. IIN continues to fall apart slowly but surely. Targeting 37, and then I'm looking at something down closer to 32.5. Intuitive Surgical got whacked in the morning with the rest of them. Down to 485. That's down already 25 points just since I gave it to you. No, 40 points. But it did bounce off the declining the major trend line and the channel bottom. So wave 3 might have been over. It probably is a good short cover there for now. But we'll see if it gets back above. My resistance right now, and I don't want it to get above 514. SGMS broke a wedge, another new low, dropping $1.28 or 5.7%. I still think the way this looks, it's headed lower, but it may bounce in this area. Eventually, 15.5, 16 is my target. SMG also fell and hard today, down 213 or 3%. Doesn't look like it, but the bottom line is at support. It bounced today. Bottom of the channel says it may go lower. I'm now looking for a move towards 60. Teladoc. Well, unfortunately, it looks like it's completely reversed that beautiful trend from last year, or this year. That reversal day, a new high at 89, now dropping all the way down to 62, bouncing weakly, in my opinion, to 72, back down to 67, and might roll over. If it hugs that line and doesn't get through it, look for a rollover that gets it down in the 53, 55 zone. TEX also got whacked. A lot of these stocks are extremely oversold, looking for a bounce. So I'm not interested in shorting at this moment in time. I do feel though that some of these stocks need to be closely monitored, I should say, for a potential snapback consolidation before it rolls over some more. Eventually, I'm looking for 29 and 25 on this one. Tree continues negative. You can see the breakdown. We showed it there. Continues to fall, although it did retest the lows and bounce around today. Net it was up 396. Still, I'm looking for 170 and 155. W's, after breaking down and forming a bear flag, looks like it's on the verge of having a pretty good hit. 108, 101, 89 are targets, and win. WYNN got hammered down to near a target zone. Might be ready for a bounce, but eventually I can see 85 on this. That's the long and short of it tonight. Everyone have a good evening. I'll talk to you later.